What is up, guys? Today I'm going to be showing you how to make this kind of dented matte camo material in Blender, Cycles Render. So let's jump straight in and get your model, and which is hopefully better than mine, and create a new material. Make sure it's using nodes, and open up your node menu down here, which is just here, and then node insert, which I'm sure you already know. So first off, you're going to want to get a mixed shader, and it should have, two branches coming off there. If it doesn't, then you use the wrong thing. You're going to add a diffuse, which is just add shader, and then you have your mix shader there and your diffuse there. And then you're going to choose the colour. This is going to be like the main kind of lighter, but also main colour for your material. And then from here, you're going to add a Musgrave texture. Now to do that, go to Add, Texture, and Musgrave, which is here. Now obviously there's loads of others and stuff, but we're just going to focus on Musgrave, like I just said. Okay, now from there you're going to make sure this is rigid multifractal. I think that's how that's said. And if you want the same result as mine, these are all the things you're going to have to set. They're pretty much default apart from the top one, and yeah, I think that's pretty much the default. Now for the top part of your mix shader, you're going to want another mix shader coming from that, and from there you're going to want a glossy and toon. So again, add shader, glossy, and add shader, toon. From there, you're going to make sure that the glossy is on CGX, and your roughness, for mine the roughness is about 0.242, and that's going to be leading into the top part of your mix shader. For the bottom half of your mix shader, which is the second mix shader, your toon, you're going to want that on glossy. I mean, obviously you can have it on diffuse if you think it looks better. I personally prefer the glossy look, and these are actually just default, so you can leave that as it is. Now you're going to balance this out obviously however you want it. There's lots of shit you can do with it, but mine was on 0.318, so if you want it exactly the same as this, then obviously you just copy the same numbers. And then back down here on your first mix shader, where all this stuff mixes up, you're going to want it, I put it on 0.864, so it's more towards the down here than the glossies, which gives it more of a matte finish, but it's still got a bit of glossy, which makes it look less flat and boring, and will also help you with the dents that come in. So for the dents, this is completely optional, obviously. All of this is, you can play with it however you want. We're going to add a Musgrave texture. I know this bit here is a bit weird, but it worked, so I was just playing around with it. We're going to add a Musgrave texture again, so just textures, add texture, Musgrave texture, add that one in. Make sure it's on the hetero terrain, I believe that's pronounced. Excuse me. And I don't know why I said excuse me. And then your colour is going to well, exactly the same as this, basically. So once that's set up, you're going to change these, obviously, however you want them. Mine are set like this, and the reason that the scale is set differently from the scale of the texture over here, this is 5.7, this is 3.7, is so it doesn't line up perfectly, because then it looks a bit weird if the dents are perfectly in line with the camo texture. Which makes it a bit more wild. If I put the gain up a bit more, makes the dents more kind of significant. So if the gain is on, say, I don't know, something crazy like 20, it should be more like that. If you put the detail up, obviously you're going to get finer lines, which does look a bit weird. I think it's better to have soft lines if it's a dent than harsh lines, because a dent usually the material, the object around it is effects in not just the area where it's hit, unless it's like a really sharp object, like a bullet hole or something, which could be your thing if it's camo. So you can just play around with that and get it pretty much just how you want it. Now obviously your model will hopefully be better than mine. Mine is literally just a sphere that is subdivided, but that's pretty much it. Now obviously you can change the colours of your material, so I might want a snow camo, which can be made quite easily. We're just going to change these greens to like some, might give that as like a blue, we'll have that one as a blue as well, with that. And then you've got a bit of a snow camo going on. I'll make that a bit lighter, so there's more of it there. And just have a play around with it, and I'm sure you will find something that you like. So that was how to make a basic camo material in Blender. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did enjoy it, then I can make more with different materials. You can request materials down below. I'll probably be doing another one soon, which will be brushed chrome, so make sure to check that out. Thanks for watching, goodbye.